Okay, so this is day 3. I don't know, it's quarter to 8 or something like that a.m. here in different time zone than you guys. But so yesterday, so I just checked my bike this morning. It looks like I put 1,200 miles, 11,191 miles so far in 2 days. I spent the night in Buffalo, Wyoming. Headed to Bozeman, Montana today to meet up with a buddy of mine, Tommy Vola. We were friends in high school, and he's going to put me up for the night. We're going to spend the day, probably go see the Gibson factory and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited about that. Note yesterday, if you ever ride out west, make sure that if there's a gas station, you better stop there. I would have ran out of gas yesterday. I had about, I don't know, 30 miles to go to the next stop, and I bypassed this gas station. I had 3/4 of a tank. And I'm like, okay, well, that's good. In Michigan, 3/4 of a tank, you can go a long ways, and hit all kinds of gas stations. But man, my light went on, and I was all the way on E. And there was an RV going the opposite way who was getting his tires fixed by a mobile tire repair guy. So I stopped my bike on the highway, and I ran across, asked him if they had gas. So this guy pulls the gas line off of his compressor that he has in back, and like I emptied out a Gatorade bottle and a couple water bottles, and made 2 trips back and forth, and emptied six little containers of gas into my gas tank so I could make it to Buffalo last night. So there's an adventure right there. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that a little bit closely from now on. Yeah, so the next day will be Yellowstone, but I'm going to spend the day going to Bozeman, Montana, and I'll post some pictures of some mountains. You can't really see behind me, but there's some pretty big mountains behind me, and I can see snow on the top. They're starting to get pretty high, so the view is just amazing coming through that mountain pass. So okay, that's about it. Dave out.